My name is Cole Ross.
And you're listening to Watch Out for Fireballs. It is a Games Club podcast.
And this week we are talking about Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven, which is an RPG developed by New World Computing and published by the 3DO company for PC in 1998.
Yeah, and this is special for two reasons. One, it is executive produced by Nick.
Thanks.
Big thanks to Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. And this is our premium episode for the month, which means that everybody gets these generalities, and patrons at $5 or more get the whole thing.
I want to extend a special thanks to Nick. Nick backed this last year, requested this last year, and was very patient with us, kind of finding a place on the schedule where this wouldn't blow a huge hole and put us behind. Yeah.
It's also a long game.
It's a long game. I'm glad I played it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think this is really interesting. On the balance, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It is, there's a lot of frustrating archaic game design stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice to get a toe in this in a way that I didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting this to be another entry, like a more modern, traditional blobber kind of thing after a Bard's Tale, but it's not. It's a hybrid thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into all the different ways in which it's very strange.
Yeah. You ever see a chicken that's not a chick, but not quite fully grown with the feathers and stuff? That's kind of what this is. It's this weird
Pokemon
awkward
evolution.
Yeah. It's this awkward thing where,
It's like an awkward thing if a chicken turned into another animal, though.
Yeah.
Like it's straight up EVO.
Mm-hmm.
This does not feel like it's on a continuum to anything that is in its genre.
Right.
To me, in a weird way, it feels like if you had a game maker engine for Might and Magic and we're trying to make Oblivion.
Yeah.
Which is a different genre of game.
Mm-hmm.
Like a completely different thing. And a lot of the tensions in this arise from you could just do this thing that you so clearly want to do by not being a turn-based RPG at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's just interesting when those things run in, when you run into those things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it. You're adventurers, you're guys in this, whose hometown was destroyed by the Night of Falling Stars, this day when monsters called the Kreen crashed into the world, came to space.
Yes.
And you get raised for a period of time under a guy who's very optional. You have a dad who can go visit if you want.
Seems like he's going to be
happens
important.
if you do.
Yeah.
Not that kind of game. And you do quests. And you go in and check at towns for things to do in order to gain the favor of the land's ruling council so you can consult with the Oracle and defeat the Kreen.
Yes.
Really what you do is go on a power curve, a RPG power curve.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You press against beef gates to find the path of least resistance. Follow that until you're strong enough to break through the other beef gates.
Yep. And it's one of the big things about this game that I think works is that I think it's got a very satisfying progression.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to new beef gates and being able to do new things feels great.
It does.
In this.
Especially with magic users. What was your party comp in this?
I had a paladin, a archer, a sorcerer, and a cleric.
Yeah. I had 2 sorcerers and 2 druids.
Yeah. The classic before I play.
Yep.
I look for it. It's very counterintuitive. You think that you want to make a well-balanced party. You don't.
No.
Because again, this doesn't have interest in being, you would want that in a game with different targeting priorities. Like you cannot you do a party composition and you do not have the ability to influence which enemies or which party members the enemy hits.
Right.
So there's no reason to have a tank. Completely different than old blobbers.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want to be a blobber. It wants to be kind of like an Oblivion. Super fucking weird.
Very weird. Before we get to the basics on this, we should dunk on the manual. This is one of the most frustrating manuals I've ever read for a game.
I found the manual really charming.
Oh,
it is
very
frustrating.
Yeah.
But it's very charming. It's super dorky.
Yeah.
It's real Companions of Xanth. It's like real, use the Selectatorb on the compu screen.
Yes.
To enter the portal realm.
Now, you may find it strange, but your scrying rectangle does have a rodent attached to it. Yes, we call it the mouse, but I will call it the manipulation orb.
Yes. Yes. It's very tiny puppets. Describing a computer. And it provides very little in terms of story background and gameplay stuff, but it does have a Star Tropics-esque critical hint in it that you need, like almost like copy protection.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the thing.
And something that I like in manuals from the era, which is like a little walkthrough for like the first part of the game. That was actually super helpful because basically I had no idea what playing this game should look like.
Yes. Starting this game is very hard.
Yes.
If you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah. So you play from a first-person perspective in this 3D world. This is a blobber. You are controlling an entire party at once. And you're moving through these overworld zones and these dungeons. And unlike previous Might and Magic games, this is not tied to a grid. So this is not like Bard's Tale, or more modernly, this is not like a Legend of Grimrock. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you are not on a grid. You can just move around like a 3D action RPG. You can move in any direction. You can look up and down. You can move up and down. Like it is fully 3D. It is real time. It's kind of like VATS.
Yeah.
Is what it reminds me of a little bit. It is and this is in the manual. It's like you have the power to stop time. You can stop time and make it turn-based whenever you like.
Yeah.
It's not most of the time. Things just work on cooldowns. These also play into when turns show up.
Right.
So it's not like real time with pause because you're not queuing up actions to be executed after you pause.
Right.
It's this real strange hybrid.
It's like real time where things can happen, like enemies can take pot shots at you and stuff. And if you click on an enemy or cast your press your quick cast key, you'll be able to attack or shoot.
You don't even have to click on the enemy. Like it automatically homes in on whoever's closest that you can see.
Yeah.
There are times in which this plays like a shooter. Like the fact that enemies can take pot shots at you, that sucks. What is great is that eventually you can not pause as much. This is actually, I think, a pretty cool system in terms of making what would be interminable combats go quicker than they would. Not that combats in this are not interminable. Like there's a real problem with encounter design, I think, in this game.
Yeah.
But the being able to become powerful enough where you can just kind of click, shoot a bunch of dudes, or you can get like enemies caught up on geometry and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can do like Doom tricks on them.
Yeah.
Weird.
You can run into a room, aggro, get to a bottleneck, and like step to the side while your like recharge happens, and then get back in. God, I wish the sidestep was the same speed as forward and backward movement.
Yeah, you can't. That's one of the big mods for the game. I didn't do, but I read about it. I was like, oh, this would be great with like real strafing, and it is modded in. The and you can't do that. You have to, right? Like it's not just that you can. Like the primary combat verb in this is kind of hit and run tactics, going into pause mode, or at least for me, going into pause mode, shooting, running away while my stuff recharged.
Yeah.
So it has this really odd bit of like kind of an action game, kind of a turn-based game. Previous Might and Magics, like traditional blobbers, you just stand there like Final Fantasy and punch each other.
Yes.
Like when we did a Bard's Tale, that's what you did. You can't do that in this.
No.
It is way too hard. It is way too harsh. Like, and you have no toe-to-toe classes. As we talked about, like Caster's Rule in this game, there is no point in going toe-to-toe with things.
No.
In this. It's strongly discouraged. That makes this a really weird game in terms of both like the genre that you place it in and in terms of the fantasy. Like my guys are going into a dungeon and just like it's kind kind of a running from goblin simulator.
Yep.
In some ways.
It's like, I just need to kite these things around and thin out the herd. Yeah. Or
herd is the fucking, horde is the operative word.
Oh my God. So many enemies. Like you just like, whether you're inside, whether you're outside, you just crest a hill and then it's like 50 dudes ready to beat your ass.
50 dudes ready to beat your ass. But that is ameliorated by the fact that they're not random encounters.
Mm-hmm.
Like enemies in this game are placed. Those 50 dudes who are in the overworld are the 50 dudes until like 2 years pass in the game and then they'll repopulate or something. So you can clear a dungeon. Mm-hmm. The dungeon is absolutely spammed with things. Like it has that same amount of encounters or same amount of enemies that like a general console RPG might have.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of like them repopulating or triggering randomly, they're all just there. So you clear them out. Like you Roomba a dungeon very slowly and methodically in this.
Yeah. Which is a satisfying curve that does make it feel a little bit like, I think, aside from Legend of Grimrock 2, which I think is like a 10 out of 10 game. Like if I'm comparing this game to something, the highest mark that it can reach is Ultima Underworld, right?
Yeah.
It feels very similar to that in a lot of regards.
Except without all of the weird ImSim reactivity stuff.
Yes.
It could have that. Ultima Underworld came out before this. It's like it came to a better place from a worse angle. Is what it feels like. When I talk about this, like trying to, it's almost like you shave things away from a traditional console RPG blobber experience until it becomes a different genre.
Yeah.
And you could have also just made that genre.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very odd game.
Yeah.
So you hit enemies, you can either attack. If you have bows or ranged equipment, you can shoot from a distance. Casters have quick spells you can set up. So as kind of a default spell. And even though you can pause and go into turn-based mode, this is determined by your character's stats and enemy stats.
Yeah.
Your characters have speed stats. And then also their proficiency with skills determines how much cooldown they have.
Yes.
This is indicated by a little gem that's down by their heads because that's the 90s. Everything was a gem. And when it glows, your turn is ready. This also tells whether there are enemies nearby.
Yeah. I love in the manual, they're like, hey, we couldn't make this determine like the enemy proximity detector. Like we couldn't make this accurate, like ignore enemies on the other side of walls. So the wizard in the manual is like, but it is notoriously unreliable inside buildings. So beware.
Yeah.
So one of the big things about the real-time versus pause and tactical considerations, you can't dodge when you're in turn-based, right? So like maybe sometimes enemies spells will like miss, like it'll have no effect. But like one of the things you want to do is like unpause when projectiles are headed towards you, in order to avoid them, just with some dexterity.
Yeah, kite them. Like there's an element of dodging in this. In my understanding is in later Might and Magics, you can actually move in turn-based mode. In this one, you can't. When you are in turn-based mode to attack or select your actions or heal or what have you, you cannot move left and right on the ground, but you can fly up and down.
Yeah.
If you have the fly spell active, which is necessary in this game.
Yeah.
That's weird. It also becomes, in addition to a running away from goblins simulator, it becomes at a certain point like an avoiding combat simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Like how to fly over these enemies on the overland, many of which I think are intended for that. I don't think you're supposed to really fight the enemies in Dragon Sand.
Oh, God, no. No.
Yeah. Like every time I tried to, I was like, okay, there's some enemies here. I bet you they got big rewards. Let's fight them. I get absolutely like I was going to say get my ass wiped, which means something different. I absolutely got my diaper changed on these guys.
Like lovingly? Lovingly and patiently?
I got fucking wet wiped by them. I got my rash treated by these fuckers. I got my binky put in my mouth by these things. But I don't think, and I was plenty strong enough to beat the game.
Yeah.
So I think that these are just meant to be avoided. It's like this weird thing they built around the jank for it.
Yeah. Again, just super strange. Everything about this game is kind of strange.
It's really strange.
Yeah. We talked about the encounter design a little bit here. We really ought to. I mean, just to underline, you're fighting so many things, and like there are like enemy varieties that have like Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard kind of forms, and as they level up, they get super durable too.
Yes. Like this is worth talking about now because there are so many dungeons in this game, too many, and it will be hard to talk about them individually. Every once in a while they have a gimmick. But rest assured, most of the time what you're doing in this is you walk into a room, it's a small room with like 6 guys, or it's a big room with like 50 guys in it. And they're just standing. And they come in those 3 varieties. Generally, as they get more powerful, they get status effects.
Yeah.
Which are a big deal. We'll talk about that. And they come at you to fight you. Something I found out through researching, this does not become clear at all in the game, is that enemies actually do have target priority through that. If they wanted to make this, make it useful to have a tank in the party, they would have had almost every enemy default to targeting knights or whatever.
Yeah.
Or targeting paladins. They don't, though. Most of them don't target anything specifically. And then every once in a while, it's like target your sorcerers, targets ladies. Like Jin's target ladies.
That is so dumb.
It's real weird.
But I mean, not dumb. I like that's a qualitative thing. It's just like, wow, you're designing an RPG, and like that is at no point communicated. And how am I supposed to?
It feels like a flavor thing that I can't play around.
Yeah, and also like, how am I supposed to discern that when it is not one Jin that I am like navigating around and having a protracted encounter with? It is, for fuck's sake, 60 of them.
Yes, it's a big gigantic rave of Jins in a room. So like this has always been a might and magic thing. Huge things. In the blobber versions, you would go up, and we talked about Bard's Tale.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh shit, 73 barbarians. Well, fuck, This is also a thing in the Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yes.
Or King's Bounty, those games. They kept that here. I think it works a little bit better here because it is real time. So when you overpower stuff, you can, it allows for small encounters. Sometimes you will run into like 6 guys and you can take them out. And sometimes you can real time an encounter and not even go into turn-based, just kind of blast them. And that feels good.
Yeah. My problem with this, I mean, aside from the time it takes and just the kind of resource grind of, okay, well, I got to portal out and then heal because there's really no way to recover my mana or anything like that, is you have so many of these enemies. The way that they are presented is sprites against a 3D world. It is Doom style. And in my head, when I am fighting a bunch of things, I want to prioritize them. However, the enemies will stack up on each other. Like there is no AI. Like if you're kiting enemies around, they might just get stuck on a corner because they can't pathfind.
I think there are 2 kinds of AI in this. Again, I saw this from reading about it. There's rushes you, and there's tries to play keep away.
Yeah. I mean, the projectile ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Very limited though. And you're right. Like you are not making informed decisions about who you focus down.
Yeah. So if there's like a particularly nasty like enemy variant, like you're not able to like select them, or even more frustratingly, it's not like, okay, I'm going to focus these down. It is, they're all stacked up on each other. There might be like a minor knockback, so they get shuffled further back in the enemy deck. So when you check their health, it's like, I'm not like taking anything off the board. I am kind of eroding all of them equally.
Yes. So it ends up making every fight kind of an attrition kind of thing. Or not every fight, most fights. Like when I was saying that some fights you can do quickly because of this, most of them end up being these long, protracted whittling sessions. Like you start fighting the stack of enemies, run away, like when you have to.
Except they don't get a cool bear afterwards.
No, you get an empty tunnel. And you get access to another piece of wood. And it's kind of the grand, like the too many fights is kind of the grand RPG issue, I think. In a lot of ways, like all you do is fight, and that's not quite true in this. But you mostly fight, and you fight a lot. You fight more than can be entertaining. You end up having to take any of your joys in this game from the zoomed out, like, oh, like I've cleared this space.
Yes.
This dungeon's dead. That's cool. Or like, oh, I can now fly whenever I want. I picked up air mastery, so now I fly for hours instead of minutes.
Yes.
This is sick. Like you're going for those little wins, whereas individual combats or individual dungeons even do not feel super good.
Yeah.
Like in this. I never feel good about finishing a combat other than just it being over and like, oh shit, that was 60 skeletons and now there's not.
Yes. We talked about status effects a little bit. These are extremely impactful.
Yes.
Specifically when they are put on you. There is no like debuff strategy you can really hammer. They're devastating. Well, like cutting your damage in half, devastating, or taking away your ability to cast, or like curse. It just makes 50% of the time your action fails.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything. It's awful. You cannot be status impacted in this.
No.
Status cures are, so the way that you get, this ties into magic. The way you get magic in this game is kind of roguelike. Like shops have rolled up random inventories. So whether you're going to get the spell that cures like some status effect is semi-random. You know, you check enough stores, you're going to get it, but like you then have to have the stats to cast it. It's going to cost a resource to do it. It's not like a traditional RPG where like, oh, okay, the enemies in this dungeon do petrify. I'm just going to buy 60 softs.
Yeah.
It's really not like that. Like generally you are making, you mentioned this portaling out, like making shuttle runs. You poke into the dungeon, you fight a little bit, you go back when you get status effects. Like a lot of the time. There's some of them that are more healable.
Yeah.
But none of them are something you can ignore.
Right. Like you can get like poison or what have you. And that's generally fine. It's not damage over time. There's only one damage over time effect in this. Yeah. And also the longer that they're on you, the harder they are to heal. So like, you know, if you are, you know, out of mana or whatever, and you finally get enough potion to, you know, chug 60 of them and cast a spell, it might have been on there for too long and your caster's skill won't deal with it. So you have to go to a temple and pay to heal it.
I don't think there's an RPG that has less effective potions.
Oh my God, Gary!
In this game, it's incredible. Like it's like if it's like if you never got a better potion in a Final Fantasy. Like it was always the base level potion. Like early on, like it made a difference. And I was like, wow, it's weird how rare bottles are because like these are useful. It seems like I'm using these all the time. And then no. You're really not. And also trying to do like a potion strategy, like having more than some of them, you know, in reserve is foolish.
Yeah, it takes up all your inventory space.
Takes up all your inventory space. It forces you to engage with like a crafting, like a resource gathering mechanic, which is not odious, but you do have to get the materials to do it.
It's also like, except for the stat improving ones, it's duplicative of spells as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What is funny is that when you do the potion mixing, you get you pour one into the other, you get an empty bottle. But when you consume a potion, you don't get the empty bottle back.
No, you eat the bottle.
Yeah, you eat the bottle.
Yeah, it's basically like Subnautica. Like you eat that entire fish bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that you eat the bottle. I think that's very funny in this. I actually think it's not great game design, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is very funny.
And again, it feels like it's to discourage you from using potions.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if there was part of this that was offboarding people from Might and Magic 5.
Maybe.
Like, we're going to de-emphasize this, but we can't just completely get rid of it. We want to show you through play that this is not useful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going into aesthetics, every status effect has a unique character portrait that goes through. Your character portraits are just pictures of people in this, and all the people in this are just pictures of people. It's beautiful. It's sincerely like the best thing in the world.
It's my favorite thing about the game, Gary. Like I think that this is mechanically interesting. Nothing gave me more joy than finding another kind of guy.
Yeah,
or seeing like, oh, that's a new status effect. Like they had to make another kooky face.
Yeah, like they just get the guy who's, you know, some of which are like Ren Fair people, some of which look like they work there. You know, none of which are photogenic.
No. Like
not one person looks like they should be on a screen. It's really good. And it made me want to get status effects. Like, oh, this guy's made, oh, I'm insane. Oh, insane just means that guy sticks out his tongue? That's great.
Oh, that girl's eyes are crossed. Yay.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, oh, I look kind of tired. What is that? Oh, you're weak? Okay.
Yeah. The one status effect, they just let you heal. Like it's like a level 1 spell that you start with. And it's like the one they're like, this is the one that's okay. Everything else is, you're fucked.
Yeah. Die forever. Better hope it didn't hit your portaler. Otherwise you're screwed.
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
You can age in this game. This game has a whole time cycle to it. There's a day-night cycle and a calendar to it. This will affect certain quests and such. It also means your characters get older. Your characters will age. You start losing stats when you become about 50. It seems like it'd be earlier than that to me, based on my experience. But this is meant to go over the long term. We talked about areas repopulating. Like that happens on the course of years through this. Like you are meant to, this is a long campaign.
Yes.
That your character is taking.
Yeah. Stuff ages you artificially too, but that doesn't change the portrait, so it's hard to tell when that happens.
Yeah. It's also pretty rare.
Yeah.
There's a side quest I didn't do to get a Fountain of Youth that allows you to undo this.
Yes, that is one of the many go to the far corners of this world map.
Yes, that's generally the OmniQuest.
Yes,
or go check out these locations. There's something there, and that one specifically is all places you cannot teleport to.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit irritating. And I just also I was like, I'm just going to beat this game. I'm not going to, I can imagine somebody who just keeps a save of this around and grinds up to fight in Dragon Sand, fight the Titans and dragons there. But that's not me.
Yeah. That's a different person than I am. Structurally, this is a very undirected game. There are main quests in this, that will take you through to the credits. But when you start, it doesn't tell you what your goal is aside from world's fucked, go fix it. And even when you reach the council, it's not yes, you are here to, you're here to seek the advice of the Oracle. It's okay, I need your approval. Why?
there's a lot of that. And it takes a while before you even glue to that track.
Yeah.
Initially, the beginning of this game is wandering around to try to gain levels and hope that a plot kind of coalesces. Which is okay. It's just I'm a hedge knight. I'm a wizard, hedge wizard. I'm going to go around and just fight this dungeon because it's there, and I'll get some money.
Yeah. It's
I need money.
It's I ran into this, beef gate. Can't go to the mire. The mire is way too difficult. Yep. So many harpies there. I need to go level up. Oh, there's a dungeon that I missed in this place. I'm just going to go do it. Or
nothing sends me here. Sometimes something will. But the way the other part of this that makes the thing feel unstructured is that you can go to the mayor or the lord of any area and get a quest really consistently.
Yes.
The side quests are just people and houses. And houses in this are not places. Some of them are shops. That makes sense. But otherwise, it is part of the NPC system, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But it just feels like a random house. You go into a random house and someone's like, hey, my daughter's missing.
Yeah.
Can you get her from this area? And you'll actually get a side quest.
Yeah.
This is important because dungeons, you can go into them before you have a reason to go there.
Yeah.
And they'll be populated and you can fight enemies. But people you need to rescue will not be there until you have the quest to rescue them.
Right.
Which to me suggests using a guide for that stuff. You can check every house. I try to, but it is hard to keep them straight in this. And it gets fatiguing because most of them are just people I don't want to hire.
Yeah.
So eventually I did when I was in a town, I was like, who has side quest here?
Right.
Just tell me which house it is.
I don't want to go up and down the rows of the streets, knocking on doors, seeing what is what.
Yes.
And also how am I supposed to remember what, all of these just look like houses to me.
Yes. It's a weird thing too in this game. Doors are houses. So a house can have multiple doors, but each door leads into a new house. Which is very strange.
Because every NPC and house is just a menu. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Which I'm not saying I want to explore these houses. It's just very strange that I later for a certain quest, you do have to hunt down a certain person or a certain job.
Yeah.
And when you have to do that, you are just going door to door and shit, I thought I had this house, but I didn't get the back door where an entirely different family lives.
Yeah. And this is a thing, if this was a more modern game, it would allow you to annotate the map.
Yes.
In this, it is auto mapping for you, but it is effectively useless aside from showing you where buildings are. Yeah.
In towns, it's useful in dungeons.
Yeah.
It does auto mapping and it's pretty necessary in dungeons.
Yeah.
But in towns, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, you can't annotate inside of a dungeon either. I was just okay, this is good for reference for the shape of a space, but okay, I'm not ready for the master archery yet, but I'm going to want want it. I guess I just have to remember this or do what I ended up doing, which is like having a guide open with, numbered maps to let me know, okay, you want to go to this house. Yeah.
Yeah. Or take notes is what it wants to.
Yeah.
But I don't like doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get the quest from the townspeople. That's also like how you do your, talking, your hiring, which we'll talk about, getting into stores and things. It's all through kind of roughly the same interface. Side quests and main quests share importance in your quest log, and oftentimes they're going to take you to the same place to gather items or defeat enemies. It's not a big deal to go back to a dungeon that you've cleared because, again, everything is on that timer, but, you want to hoover up all of the quests you can before you go to a place, just for efficiency's sake. You're going back and forth enough anyway, right?
The end of the game is very complete with backing and forthing.
Yes.
There, sometimes quests are gated by two stats called fame and reputation. One of which is a notoriety system, just how many things you've done for the world. The other is kind of a morality system for this. It really does seem early on as if there is going to be an evil playthrough.
Yes.
Of this based on the cult. And the very first thing you do in the game, or the very first thing I did in the game, was an action for like the cultist. What this actually does is gate some things. So like if you have low enough reputation, you can go into a castle and you get arrested and you lose a year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happened to you.
No, it didn't. No.
That happened to me. It's very funny. And you're like, oh, it's a year later. I guess we've all just been in jail for a year. Let's get back to it. Or the light and dark magic skills are gated behind this. You have to have good or highest or lowest reputation to do those. And those are like a mix between things that are pretty useless and things that are very useful.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like your omni buffs end up being in those.
And buffs are really big. And this, like, buffs are incredibly important. It's why casters, why you don't need knights and stuff. You don't need beef tanks, because eventually your casters are just going to be casting all day business lolly spells that like give you, huge boosts to your stats and resistances all day.
Yes. The world in this game is so fucking huge. Yes. It feels like an MMO world to me. It's like even like divided up into zones.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, really big. There's a lot there, and sometimes this is good. You can find a dungeon that seems like you just stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. But it's not to a level of fidelity where there's like, hidden stuff. It doesn't feel as designed as maybe it could. You'll find treasure chests on the ground randomly, or like if you go to a coastline, that's where you're going to be able to gather herbs if you're me in the first couple hours of this game and still think potions are good. So there's a little bit of that, but not as much. Mostly what this does is force you to engage with the different movement systems.
Yes.
Because getting around, there are bodies of water and there are mountains. There are things that they exist. You can fly over them.
Or walk over them, as the case may be. Also, like, for as much as you get your movement empowered, either through flying or you end up having a really good like portal system. If you pro tip, have at least one water master in your party, because that is where the portal stuff is. For all of that, there is no spell that makes you run faster.
No.
I was like begging for a spirit of wolf or whatever that would let me go faster in this.
I would like to move faster.
Yeah.
This. Again, because as you backtrack in this, areas are just empty. It's strange. This world where like sometimes the people who you go into an area just look like they live there, and you've killed all of them. It'd be like you going to the next town over and just everyone's dead there because you killed them, but you still have to walk through it.
Yeah.
It's straight up a indie game 2009 shit. Like,
having played this game, it does make me feel like I'm equipped to, like, it has given me the antibodies to try some like older RPGs that I otherwise would have been a little bit more hesitant to take a run at. Like, I don't know, like maybe I could gum at the edges of Daggerfall or something.
This is the thing I'm prepping you up to eventually Ultima 7 you.
Okay.
As a thing. Because if you can handle this, you can handle Ultima 7.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. It's significantly, it's closer to Ultima Underworld than this. You can bake bread and shit.
Nice.
And you can make poison bread. It's cute.
Yeah. I just thinking about the size of this world and getting around and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, there's a whole world of like 90s RPGs,
Yeah.
Or, or even later, like I'm just, side-eyeing my copy of Wizardry 8, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting thinking about this game in terms of Wizardry. Wizardry 8 is the first one where it got kind of started doing this shit. You know, that was always the differentiator between Wizardry and Might and Magic. Was like Might and Magic, you go out and do side quests and talk to people, and Wizardry was always just you're in a dungeon.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually it kind of caught up with the rest of the world. I'm not very fond of the Wizardry games.
Yeah.
So dungeons in this can vary in size. Eventually they get very complicated. And roughly half the time they are they're modeling a space.
Yes.
There are bedrooms, there are dining rooms, things like that. The other half of the time they're exceedingly abstract. And it feels roughly 50-50 to me. For that. I always like it when they're trying to be a space. It doesn't actually change very much of what you do.
No.
In this, but I appreciate the effort.
Yes.
You know, it feels better. You know, than to just be in a maze. For me,
even just like little nods towards verisimilitude, right? Like, oh, this is kind of shaped like a dorm, or this is a barracks, and this is where I fight like the low level people. Like, oh, that's not where they would be, or that's where they would be. Yeah.
We harp on that shit all the time on here, but it matters both in, you know, other than just terms of preference, because they're landmarks. You can internalize a space if I can say, oh, this is where the kitchen is.
Yeah.
I can't really internalize the space if I'm like, oh, it's that collection of Tetris blocks in the corner in terms of hallways.
Yeah.
The dungeons are auto-mapped. There's no way to annotate, which would be nice. It's also, it's 2D.
Yes.
And dungeons are sometimes 3D. These dungeons get too complicated.
Oh yeah.
For me, not in terms of like tricks and stuff. All that stuff I'm on board for. But just in terms of the map.
Yeah.
Like there were times where I get into a dungeon, I'd be okay, like I'm maybe ready for bed. What am I deal? Can I knock this out? And I would pull up the dungeon map on mine and just like,
it looks like a spirograph. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And think about it, and I will. No, you won't. And I just go to bed. But yeah, just absolutely just Paschetti.
Yeah. Oh man. So your characters, you can have 6 classes, like roughly they're like 4 pure classes, you know, the combat, I guess 3 it is, combat, arcane casting and divine casting. And then they're like hybrids in between. So like a knight is, you know, your standard, melee, and like a paladin is halfway between the knight and the cleric, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And these determine which skills you can learn initially. But it's a classless system after this.
Yeah.
You can learn, there's no reason why your wizard cannot use a bow if they get training in it. They won't start with it if you do this, but you can do that.
Yeah.
You know, these restrictions, there are restrictions on magic and equipment, but you can get around this other than I think the knight can't cast magic.
No.
And you can't teach a sorceress caster clerical spells.
No. And like pure casters can only learn how to use, daggers.
Well, they can learn bows as well.
Yeah, that's I guess. Bows are different things because I never fought anything close up.
Yeah, the bows are the best thing to get. I mean, eventually I did because I'd have characters that could chunk them down.
Yeah.
And it was good for bosses and stuff. But generally, you want to give everyone a cowardly bow initially in this, which is a real 90s CRPG thing. I think about Ultima and everyone having a sling.
Yep.
You know, same kind of thing.
Yes. You get experience by killing enemies, also by completing quests. Quests are the big ticket ones. Like you'll get enough for like 3 level ups off of some of the main quests, which is nice. This doesn't happen out in the field. You gain your experience, you pass a threshold, you have to go to a trainer to level up. This costs a lot of money. So you're going to be, you know, doing the loot cycle in this quite a bit. Getting stuff and then taking it back to sell it. And like early towns, you can only level up so high to kind of encourage you to get to a different hub.
Yeah, they can't. You've reached the limits of their training.
They say, "Oh, you should be teaching me."
Yeah, it's real cute, and it's just a guy. It's like a coworker. Like this game is a running into coworker simulator in terms of the images, and you see a guy who you used to work with at Taco Bell when you were 19. Who says you should be training me.
It warms my heart so much.
It's very sweet. It takes time to train as well, there's a couple of timed quests. This is funny. This fucked me up, doing a thing, for a timed quest, trying to get to the carnival.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, oh, did I have to wait a fucking year? Like, did I literally miss the carnival? Because I was leveling up?
Oh no, that poor prince.
What a bizarre thing to do for in a video game. Like, yeah. So it takes time. Keep that in mind.
You get better stats when you level up by advancing.
So you get stat points.
Yes.
Yeah, to put into your different skills.
Or no, it's skill points. You also increase your base stats by advancing your class. So like you start out as a sorcerer, but by doing quests for particularly important people, you get promoted to wizard or to like an archmage. And that improves like kind of your main stats at level up, like how much health and mana you get.
Yes. So there's kind of a couple different statistic things going on at once. Like you have your ability scores that you determine in the beginning of the game. You have skills that you increase, that you get skill points for. And these can also be increased by fountains and shit out in the world, things like that.
Everything can be increased by fountains. It's random.
Yeah, fountains are great. Yeah, it's very roguelike, again. And then you have class upgrades that are all quest-based, and these are very funny. They're wildly disparate in how hard they are. Some of these are like the easiest thing in the world. To get upgraded. I also love if you have a wizard and they're going to become or sorcerer is going to become a wizard. Everyone else in your party becomes an honorary wizard. Yeah. Like they're already their own thing, but everybody gets to be the honorary of everything else.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
It's extremely funny. You can upgrade your ability scores through potions. These are like the advanced ones, any of them that are black in color. Mixing these there's no like alchemy skill, like you can mix them right out the gate. But sometimes when you do that, they will eradicate your character. Like I had to reload a save because I accidentally not just killed a guy, but like wiped him from existence.
Yeah, you can get that guy back. It's very expensive.
Yes.
There's like a spell that can do it. But yeah, it's a big deal. You need to be writing the quick save in this constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that roguelike element, you go to fountains and stuff and sometimes get temporary, sometimes permanent stat ups or just little random things you touch in the dungeon. Sometimes they'll give you both. Like you'll get, plus 50 mind, but petrified. So it'll give you a status effect and you have to go do a chore.
So many
to get rid of it.
So many fountains, just like walking into the middle of a town and drinking from the fountain and getting sick.
Everyone getting drunk. Was the first time that happened to me where I was like, oh shit. Like, everyone just literally drank from this big pool of Baileys outside of the water trainer. Like, it's coagulated. It's fucking disgusting.
It's curdled. Oh no.
In that kind of step tier system thing, your skills also have.
Yes.
So you gain skills, you put them up, and then those have tiers. So you find trainers to train you up in different levels. You do not have a way of finding these guys very easily.
No.
Every once in a while, someone will mention a rumor, like, oh, the master air trainer is here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're just knocking on doors.
Yes.
Just like, hey, do you happen to know how to do this? Could you teach me how to do it? They said yes for money.
Just walking around with like a basic like healing spell and just like holding it out. It's like knock knock knock. Can you teach me to read this?
Yeah. Can you improve my wets? Like it's very funny. And finding those initial ones, like getting everyone on bow.
Yeah.
You can't do that in the first town. You want to do that. It's in the second town, but that's like, again, a major breakthrough. Like, oh shit, all of my guys can use a bow now.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal. Like there's something cool to the idea of this, being able to seek out somebody and get them to teach you something and have this kind of classless system.
Yeah.
What's less cool about it is that the world has none of that ImSim design. Like when I talk about this coming at a different genre from a different direction, that's what I mean. In like an Oblivion or in even like a Daggerfall, I imagine these would have more sense to how they're placed. They would feel a little bit less random. Same thing with the stat fountains. But it has a little bit of like weird roguelike DNA, like old dungeon crawler DNA, where this shit just needs to be random and you just kind of have to find it.
Yeah. Like, to be clear, it is not random. It is just placed without rhyme or reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Feels very random. Like
there are some places like, oh, if you have arcane casters, like you want to go to the Island of Mist in order to, like train there. Like, oh, there's like a row of houses where it's the, the teachers for the different spell schools, right?
There's usually one of those, and there's one of those in the first castle area as well. There's like a little set of, sometimes they'll group them together, the trainers, and sometimes the merchants as well for this, because you buy spells.
Yeah. You want to do this because, like, though you know a skill and though you might have like a ton of points in it, like different abilities are unlocked. A lot of times,
perks.
they're like the ability is modified. So like for weapons and like for armor, it reduces the cooldown time between things. But like for other skills, it's a really really big deal. Like master archery lets you fire 2 arrows in one turn, and especially for magic, like there are skills like that there are spells that will have a longer effect time, which is good. But also like the portal spells, like a beginner town gate caster, like you can only warp to the last town with a fountain that you visited. Like the intermediate one lets you choose the town you go to. And the expert one, the beginner one doesn't let you cast it in a dungeon. Intermediate lets you cast it in a dungeon, and then the master one lets you choose the town you go to.
Turns it into fast travel.
Yeah.
I mentioned fly earlier. You're going to want to be flying everywhere because it's safe and gets over mountains and water. The upgrade takes it from lasting in minutes to lasting in hours.
Yeah.
It literally becomes a viable way to just get around.
Yes.
As you go through. So very, very worthwhile there. Sometimes these upgrades to get them require you to do a quest.
Yes.
And you have to reach a certain skill threshold. So you have to put some points into it first.
This is where I say that though I did as much as I could, I didn't do every skill upgrade quest. Also, I didn't do every class promotion quest.
Yeah.
So some of those you might need to fill in.
Some of them I did. I also didn't do all of them.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to, like they're useful, and you can become an honorary, all of these things. So you can do all of them.
Yeah.
I read about the ones I didn't do. They're all kind of a lot of them are go clear a dungeon and grab a doodad.
Yeah.
Some of them that are more interesting than that. Like I didn't do this 'cause I didn't have any druids, but there's like a time-based druid one.
Yeah.
You have to go during the equinox. And shit like that. That's kind of interesting. In practice, it means killing time.
Yeah.
In this. So there's a kind of a limitation to when we get to the body of this episode, it's going to be interesting to talk about because this is a pretty samey feeling game. Like it has that feeling of unlimited potential when you start off. And I could see how it would feel that way. Like if I'd played this when I was 18, lost my fucking brain over it. On the other side of it, it's like, well, it's going to rooms and killing 60 skeletons, at the end of the day. And sometimes the skeletons are different colors. Sometimes they're shaped differently, but really it is going to rooms and killing 60 skeletons.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to raise your skills, not just because of combat efficiency, but also like you have utility skills for dungeoneering. This is really important stuff. Eventually all chests are going to be trapped. Like they'll explode when you open them.
There's somebody who talks about it, and you could very easily not run into this, but you can talk to somebody and they say locks have been out of fashion because people understand you can break a lock, but if you get trapped, at least the person will die. Like it's real mutually assured destruction in terms of the philosophy, but nothing's locked. And there isn't a lock picking skill. There's just a trap skill.
Yeah.
Of disarming traps. You also identify items in this. Here's a little thing that Uncle Gary will give you permission to do if you decide to play this.
Save modification.
Go into Cheat Engine, give a character mastery in identifying.
Yeah.
It allows you to obviate this mechanic. All that takes away from you is an extra trip to the store, paying money, and not being able to use equipment once you find it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah. It's annoying enough because you can't sell a kind of item to somebody who doesn't sell that kind of thing. So you can't sell armor to a blacksmith. You have to go to an armorer for that. So, you don't visit like one store. You have to visit like 4.
This is a pre-super center kind of world. Like this small town, you cannot go to a Target and just kind of sell everything. Also, I would give you permission to do this for broken items.
Yeah.
Items don't just degrade naturally. Like this is basically a status effect.
Yeah.
That happens. Enemies can break your equipment, but it just means a trip back to town.
Yes.
Unless you have the skill for it. So go into that save editor, don't abuse it, but give your characters mastery of identity and repairing items.
Yeah.
And obviate that if you would like.
It's very antiquated. You already have enough reasons to go back. There's no reason to add more errands to the mix. The skills are also like how you improve and unlock different magic schools. What's under all of them make just a pretty good amount of sense. Like, cleric's body magic, that's for healing and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep. There's different. The arcane magic is earth, air, fire, water. The clerical magic is body, mind, and spirit, and then light and dark are those special ones we mentioned that are tied to reputation.
Yeah, only sorcerers and clerics can cast light and dark.
Yes. And you can get, like, those are pretty fun game-breaking spells. Like, some of them are very useful, but also there's one that just, like, kills everything on the map, including people.
Armageddon, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I didn't cast it on purpose. I did it to try it, though.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see it, and it's funny.
It's a way to get your karma to as low as possible, which you already had to do to learn dark magic. So
yeah. But it does clear an area. And it also is a way to go to jail. If you go to a castle and they put you in jail for 1 year for killing everybody in this region. Everyone in the county is dead 1 year.
Just light genocide. Yeah.
It's a 1 year's worth of genocide for you.
Jeez.
One of the weirdest systems in this is hirelings.
Yeah.
We're talking about this. I think this is cool.
I like this.
Yeah. Everyone in town will join you. Every single NPC in this game, just about, like there's some exceptions, will join you if you pay them. They will not aid you in combat, but they provide either like flat bonuses, perks, or like a service.
Yeah.
And they have different fees, an upfront fee and a percentage of money that they take. So you're going to kind of game this a little bit. I felt like a cool genius when I found the merchant or the gold guy, the banker.
Yeah.
Who is like, I might take 10% of your gold, but I increase your gold by 20%. And it felt like finding a perk. This is meaningful upgrade.
Win-win. You lose that on death. Like when you die,
you
lose all of the money that you have on hand and your hirelings.
Yes.
Sorry, Greg.
He didn't make it. But there's a bank where you can leave your money if you like. Again, kind of contributing to the errand nature of this. Like, I just have to go to the bank before I do anything. The other kind of hireling will cast a spell for you. So early on, when you don't have things like fly or walk on water or town portal, it's really cool to have somebody who can do that.
Yeah.
I can't. It's gonna be a little while before I can afford this, but I can fly once a day. There's one that does a full party heal.
Yes.
That's really useful. Because, there's a bunch of these are really cool.
Yeah.
And then there are ones that are useless. I love that you can like run into somebody who's like a fur trapper and they'll say like, hey, I can't really do anything, but I'm pretty good company. I'll just join you for some food and a little bit of money.
Yeah.
I was
like, okay. Yeah. No, just to come along, I suppose. Jester.
Yeah. There's one quest that involves that.
Yeah.
Like when you repair the church for the cleric thing where you have to find a stonemason and a woodworker. But other than that, like that's just for flavor and to have two other very funny portraits on your screen.
Too bad they don't get status effect variants.
No, they just have alive and dead. The two main statuses in life.
There's an equipment system in this. It is weird how deprecated this is. Yeah.
It's so equipment in this generally are just linear upgrades.
Yeah.
For a while, until eventually you start getting magic things that will either give you, a bonus, and then later you get relics which have a bonus and a detriment.
Yes.
Here. And these are, again, very MMO flavored. Like there's like of the dragon, and that suffix always means the same thing.
Yeah, it always gives fire damage, right?
Yes. Something like that. This is all randomly rolled. Through this. It is not leveled, which I appreciate. Like this is not leveled loot. So if you can get into an area and push in, you can do like Dark Souls style suicide runs.
Yeah.
In this, like if you see a chest, if I'm in an area, I shouldn't be here, but I can get by the enemies. If I see a chest, I will oftentimes, if I don't have a lot of money to lose or if my money's in the bank, run to that chest, hopefully disarm the trap and then get some really high level equipment.
Yeah.
That is encouraged in this.
Yeah, it's pinned to the it's pinned to the level of the dungeon that you're at, not yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I generally prefer. Yeah, like something leveled to yourself. Like I understand why games do that. It can sometimes make a too smooth experience. Here you can kind of break the curve in a way that's fun.
Yeah. There is like a physical inventory in this. Like you've got a grid. It's kind of Diablo-like. You're going to be playing a lot of inventory Tetris, trying to max out your space. And that just gives you another reason to make a trip back to the town.
On the plus side, you get to see the paper doll of your character.
Yes.
Which is incredible. Adding these little guys and adding different kinds of hats to them. It's one of the most Tim and Eric things I've ever seen in a video game. Like, it's really good.
No wonder you move so slowly. Did you notice that all of the paper dolls have baby legs?
Yeah, they have very tiny legs, and their posture is really incredible. The way they're scooting. Very good.
Yeah. Aesthetically, so I mean, this is not a very great looking game. It feels very much of its era. It feels like exactly what it is. Kind of this legacy series making a leap to large scale 3D world. I can't say that it looks especially better or worse than other games that did this at the exact same time.
Outdoor areas don't look good. In this, they look big and empty and everything like that. Indoor, like, dungeons don't look good. Where this game looks good is like you get a splash screen for every dungeon.
Yeah.
Those are really sick. Like, there's a couple of things like that that look really good. The cutscenes, the very few like little animations, or like when you go in to talk to like one of the lords or something, sometimes those look really good.
Yeah. Some light FMV happens. Yeah.
Yes. But generally things are just very empty. Enemy sprites are great. They're fun designs. Just like, I love fucked up little dudes. As these look really good, even if they are just, facing. Like, they are not polygons, they're just Doom style sprites.
Yeah. That's enough.
Facing you. Yeah. And same thing with like beds and stuff. And, like, a lot of things are like that. You'll find things that are not beds. Beds tend to be geometry, but you'll find other things that operate like that as well.
Barrels, bags, stuff.
Yes. Yeah. But it's really charming, generally because of the portraits. These are people in costumes. The portraits have been modified. They're just people like you and me. It's great. Yeah. It's just really nice to see like the entire staff of a high school portrayed, from highs to lows, in a video game form. Like, that is very fun.
That is one of the weird things about this. This is a fantasy world with only humans. Not the case for Might and Magic more broadly. You do run into dwarves, and for that, they just got bearded guys.
Yeah, they got bearded guys and made them a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Here. But yeah, they didn't want to deal with half-orc makeup. So it's just, everyone's just a guy.
Yeah.
If you're not going to play this game, which, like, this game isn't for everyone. I think it's cool. It's interesting, but it's not for everyone. Please look them up. Like, for the love of God, look up these character portraits. They're really fun and good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The music in this is really good.
It's great.
It is so earwormy. Just the instrumentation is great. Just so much good, like, stringed instrument. Like, I've never, heard like catchier harpsichord melodies.
It's really good. And I had the thing that happens in video games where I will notice something. There is a turnaround in the Overland theme in the beginning of this game that is the same little pickup from At My Most Beautiful by R.E.M. from the album Up.
Yep.
And every time it happened, it's like, oh shit. Like, and every time it got me. Music is very good in this.
Yeah. There's a little sequence that is not like, again, in an overworld or town theme that is not dissimilar from the opening flute melody to Baker Street.
Yeah. That's really good. And just like, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
There's not very much writing in this game. What's there is no great shakes. It's fine. People talk a lot in this. Like, you'll get large paragraphs of text, but you'll get them between huge periods of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you'll find a letter in a dungeon that tells you, oh, I guess this is tied to the main conspiracy that everything is tied to.
Yeah.
That happens a comical amount. And it'll be a long paragraph mentioning a lot of names that a lot of them I did not remember who they were, even when they were referenced otherwise. Or a character will kind of pontificate at you. There's a very small amount of characterization. I like the druid lady who's greedy. That was fun.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you get a character that has some like actual characterization, but it's kind of rare.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit of a bummer.
Broadly, like, the overall scenario, like, we're on the 6th entry of the series. Like, its trick is known. There's going to be a sci-fi turn.
That's Might and Magic canonically.
Yes.
The first one takes place on a spaceship that had been floating through space so long that it formed a medieval society, like a giant spaceship.
They do like it's a pern, but not like enforced by the policy of the people who went there. Yeah.
Dick Rider's a pern. Is that something? That'd be a good name for a podcast.
Yeah.
The Dragon Riders of Fern.
just effusively praising that series.
Yeah, I fucking love these dragons. But it's not really about that writing there, and there's not really kind of a story. You get incidental dialogue. There's a lot of flavor. Like you'll talk to random characters and they'll say something that's kind of flavorful.
Yeah.
And there's this invasion, and then you find out about sci-fi precursor race shit, and you take care of it.
Yeah. you take care of it. I love that. I love that just as a plot summary for anything. Yeah, you take care of it.
Yeah, what a story about 4 people who take care of this. That is what the story of Might and Magic 6 is. It sounds like it's going to be a lot more dramatic than like the mandate of heaven.
Yeah.
All this stuff. And it's really just kind of, no, you go and you take care of it.
Yeah.
You go fight the thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's an undead dungeon. Sometimes it's a wizard dungeon.
Yeah, until eventually you fight the robot dungeon, and then the end. And if you do it one way, everything's good, and if you do it another way, everything's bad.
Yep.
The end.
Let's talk about the development. The Might and Magic series. This is a creation of the founder of New World Computing, John Van Canegum, who did this with his wife, Michaela. Yeah.
And we've done a couple of Might and Magic things.
Yes.
Before. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 back in 2014. Those games are fun. Most similar to that, King's Bounty, which we did a couple years ago in 2022. And we've also done Dark Messiah of Might and Magic in 2022, which is a ImSim kind of spin-off of that takes place in the same world that has no sci-fi elements.
Weird. I think it's a different. I think that's a different one. I don't think that's in Arathia.
The Heroes of Might and Magic series has fewer sci-fi elements in it generally.
Yeah.
It is more the mainline Might and Magic games are the ones that do you fight robots at the end.
Yes. I didn't want to claim that Dark Messiah takes place in this, takes place in Arathia because it's
like the universe. They did trilogies. So like I think that 6, 7, and 8 take place in a trilogy and all in one world, but it's all the same universe, same cosmology.
So the first of these was Might and Magic Book 1, Secret of the Inner Sanctum. That was God, I love those titles. Book 1, the hubris, the balls of that. Yeah. Kind of an early-ish entry in the Blobber RPG. That came out in like 1986, so it was pretty well established. It was as one big unit in first person. And like Van Canegum developed this and published it from home. Couldn't find a publisher for it, so he did that thing that indie developers did, which is take out magazine ads and ship them from his apartment
in Ziploc bags.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It was really successful, and this allowed them to expand and kind of make other games, including other Might and Magic games. The first 5 titles just tell one continuous story. These efforts to defeat an evil wizard who turns out to be an android. Named Sheltum, as he kind of hops between worlds. That saga wrapped up in 1993 when New World Computing took a break to focus on other titles in the Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yes.
Things which are kind of our strategy games.
Yeah. In this kind of in-between space, 3DO bought New World Computing specifically to take the team and have them make a Might and Magic MMORPG to compete with Meridian 59.
Tough competition.
I know, right?
You've never heard of Meridian 59?
Yes, you
listening
have.
to this?
Come on.
I bet you they haven't. Okay. People listening to this? I bet you not.
I had friends who played Meridian 59.
Do you think the youth know about Meridian 59?
I don't think the youth listen to us, Gary.
Some of the youth do.
Some of them do.
We get stats. I bet you, I will be surprised.
Yeah.
If this is if it's very popular there. New World Computing resumed the Might and Magic series 5 years later in 1998 with this game. Started as a trilogy set in the world of the Heroes games, Enroth here. The events of this game specifically take place after Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and concurrently with Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Yes.
And this was not always the plan for this reboot. The story was supposed to follow these tie-in novels written by author Geary Gravel. Here, which is not the name of a person. That's the name of like a kart racing cart.
Yeah, it's like
an unlockable Bowser cart.
Yeah, it's either a Bowser cart or it's a gnome. That's a gnome-ass name right there.
It's pretty gnomey. Yeah. This plan was abandoned, however.
Yes. He had written 2 of these books before they were like, yeah, this isn't going to be a world Bible for anything. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to complete the trilogy, I guess. And like, okay.
Gravel didn't work for free. If there's one thing you know about Geary.
The goal for this was always scale. They wanted to make it big and ambitious, and the switch to 3D, helped them do that. Like, this came out shortly before Elder Scrolls Dragonfall, or not Dragonfall, Daggerfall, but after Elder Scrolls Arena, which had like an infinitely proc-gen world kind of deal. And they had to make a bunch of new technology to do this. Apparently, they hired an architect. It only sometimes shows.
Yeah, I love that they did that. Weirdly, for an early 3D world, something I really liked about this is I was expecting to fall into geometry and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty well put together. Like, you're limited in how you can interface with things. Mm-hmm. You have one of the worst jumps in the world in this game, but you can get up on top of things eventually. Kinda. There's a jump spell, and you don't clip through shit.
Yeah,
like it does work.
Your basic jump it's basically just like standing up on your tippy toes for a second.
I love how slow it is. It's like it's real moon gravity. Your basic jump. The main thing that will happen with geometry in this doesn't actually happen with with what you see. Sometimes the map will give away secret rooms.
Yes,
because the auto mapping will interface with the geometry in a weird way.
Mm-hmm. It's only a little bit of a bummer, given how complex the spaces are.
I'd rather just have them. Never a bummer to me. I want to see the secret doors. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'm just wall humping.
Yeah.
The switch to real time combat with pause was motivated by the desire to make the game world feel alive, without leaving behind the core players who didn't want something like a Twitch action game. They successfully did not make a Twitch action game.
Right. Yeah, they had 1 foot on the dock and 1 foot in the boat, and somehow didn't end up in the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some things got cut from the game, including a faction system and parties of adventurers you'd run up to that were trying to accomplish similar or opposing goals. That would be a cool idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that idea. It does not end up in the game.
Yeah, like that seems like it would fit in so many things, and like it doesn't. Like nobody does that.
It gets cut a lot. I think about Kaga in Fallout 2 a lot. Mm-hmm. Your opposing chosen one.
Yeah,
who does it? Like it is a frequently cut feature.
Mm-hmm. Go check out the cutting room floor entry for this game because there are a ton of unused assets, including the disease and poison portraits are the same. Like, the faces turn kind of green and they look sad. That was not always the case. You can see the disease portraits. They're horrifying. They give all of them like just these weeping lesions. It's terrible.
They decided to go like absolutely Philadelphia with it, and that was just people would talk about in the Slack. That's my go-to reference right now for weeping lesions. I don't know why. But yeah, it's very funny, and a lot of stuff got cut.
Yes,
from this. This is well received by fans and critics, and it's considered a standout entry for the series, which is probably why our patron chose it. Mm-hmm. This is a big deal because 1998 was huge for PC RPGs.
Yes,
this game standing out in like absolutely among the best of its peers.
Yes, yeah. Which is strange because like its peers at the time, like Elder Scrolls and Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah, Fallout.
And it's kind of strange how like Ubisoft fucked this up.
Well, it doesn't seem that strange to me.
Well, yeah,
they have a real tendency.
Yeah, that's what they do. So there was a trilogy. This was the basis for a trilogy. 7 and 8 came out over the next couple of years, playing similar, but having some upgrades to the combat system and party management and progression. Like, the skills system got way less. Kind of everybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah, my understanding is also they have much stronger narratives. Yeah, I've not played those games. I've just heard that.
But they also get worse reviews. Like, by the time you get to 8, it's really the aggregate scores are rough.
Well, probably because it's similar to this, and things have moved on. But yeah, I've heard that they get more interesting narratively.
Yes,
for what that's worth. I'm not going to pursue them.
Nope.
Might and Magic 9 released in 2002, fully in 3D. Nobody likes it.
Nope.
Got a very bad reception.
Yeah. Ubisoft bought the company in 2003 after 3DO dissolved. And they primarily used the property to make Heroes of Might and Magic games. Outpaced this one for a very long time. The main, the main corridor of these games, the main line of them, lay dormant until 2014 with Might and Magic 10 Legacy. That is a throwback to the gameplay of 4 and 5 in full 3D. Ubisoft was bolstered to do that because Legend of Grimrock came out, and people really, really loved that game.
Yeah. I've tried to play Might and Magic 10 a few times. I've not gotten very far
Yeah.
in it. It just kind of wasn't my speed at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know very much about it, but I have touched it here. I have played Might and Magic. Both of them are on the Genesis. The first one, this one, and a little bit of 10.
Okay.
Is where my history is.
Gotcha.
With this.
Yeah, I've never touched the series before, aside from those ones that we mentioned before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be, if you're hearing this, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. This is going to be the end of the generalities
Yes.
section of this.
Yeah.
If you'd like to hear the rest of it, please head on over to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.
Backing at $5 per month gets you all of our premium episodes and, whole premium shows. We think it's a pretty good value. Do that from the Patreon website, not from their web app.
Yes.
It'll cost you extra, and the money will take much longer to get to us. Save yourself a headache. Just go to the website.
Indeed. We'll give you an RSS that you can plug into whatever you like. With that. If you have thoughts about Might and Magic 6, it is too late. But if you have thoughts about next month's games, which are Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Rygar, and The Suffering, please write in by the 15th of April.
Yep. Duckfeed.tv/contact. If you have thoughts about multiple games, please submit multiple responses, and we prefer responses that are specific and concise.
Yeah, and if you happen to be in the Midwest, we're going to be at the Milwaukee Gaming Classic. That's Saturday.
Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee.
Thank you. Much better. Much more accurate. On that Saturday, doing our panel at 7 p.m. On Saturday, and then we're having a meetup afterwards.
Yes.
We'd love to see you.
We would. I think that's all of the admin for right now, except for thanking our producer, Gwen.
Thank you, Gwen. And we'll see you next week with The Dispatch.